So good morning, good evening, everyone. I would like to introduce our next topic about the hypothesis testing. And the main reason of this class will be to establish which kind of testing or hypothesis testing technique that can be very, very important for students in testing the hypothesis. So actually, before we proceed, I would like us to introduce very key terminologies that are going to be used in testing of hypotheses. We have parametric and non-parametric test for data, which relies on whether the data is normally distributed or not normally distributed. So we decide on the test whether parametric or non-parametric depending on the normality of our data. So one key important thing we need to understand is about what you need in testing hypotheses. And for us to test an hypothesis, we need one categorical data, which is in nominal or ordinal, and one metric data scale. So when we talk about nominal, it's just data that is, can be given specific responses which do not follow any order. For example, when we talk about gender, male or female, that is a nominal. But when we talk about ordinal, is data that or variables that are in order. For instance, the level of education, where we can say somebody has a certificate, a diploma, higher diploma, undergraduate, master's or a PhD or a doctorate. So those are very important aspects to understand before you start doing your hypothesis testing. So how do we choose the right statistical test? So number one, we have to decide on how many groups we have, whether we have 2 or 3 or more than 3 groups. That is one of the consideration in selecting which statistical tool or model you're going to use in testing a hypothesis. Another one is checking whether the observation is from a dependent or an independent sample. And lastly is whether the data is normally distributed or not normally distributed. And if the data is normally distributed, we conduct a parametric test. And if it is not normally distributed, we conduct what we call a non-parametric test. So parametric for normally distributed and non-parametric for not normally distributed. So this is shown in the graph as shown in this figure. This is for parametric where the data is normally distributed, and this is for not normally distributed data for non-parametric analysis. So if your sample is normally distributed, then we can do that using the Shapiro-Wilkes test to establish whether your data is normally distributed. And our H0 hypothesis is that the data are normally distributed, and our alternative hypothesis is that the data is not normally distributed. So if we get the p-value of less than 0.05, we say that the data is not normally distributed. So if the data is not normally distributed, then we use non-parametric analysis. So this table summarizes or gives a summary of what we need to know when selecting a test for our hypothesis. So if we have 2 groups, and these 2 groups have independent samples, and the independent samples are normally distributed, then we conduct an independent sample t-test. So the conditions for an independent sample t-test is that we have two groups. The samples are independent samples, and the data is normally distributed. If we have two groups and the samples are independent samples and the data is not normally distributed, we conduct what we call a Mann-Whitney test. So if we have two groups where the independent samples, the samples are not independent and the data is normally distributed, we conduct what we call a paired sample t-test. So a paired sample t-test is conducted where we have two groups. The samples are not independent, but the data is normally distributed. In the same scenario, if we have two groups and the samples are not independent and the data is not normally distributed, then we conduct a Wilcoxon test. So it's very, very important to understand that in two groups we have 4 tests that we can be able to use depending on the number of groups, the samples if they are dependent or independent, and if the data is normally or not normally distributed. So when we go to 3 or more groups, and with the 3 or more groups, we have independent samples and the data is normally distributed, then we conduct a one-way ANOVA. So one-way ANOVA is conducted when we have 3 or more groups with independent samples and with normally distributed data. If we have 3 or more groups with independent samples and the data is not normally distributed, we conduct what we call a Kruskal-Wallis test. So a Kruskal-Wallis test, very, very important if we have 3 or more groups with independent samples and data not normally distributed. On the other hand, if we have 3 or more groups where the samples are not independent but the data is normally distributed, we do what we call a repeated measure ANOVA. So a repeated measure ANOVA is conducted when we have 3 or more groups with the independent sample. It doesn't have, the samples are not independent, but the data is normally distributed. Lastly, if we have 3 or more groups with no independent samples and the data is not normally distributed, we conduct what we call a Friedman test. So it is very, very important to establish that for data that is not normally distributed, we conduct a non-parametric analysis, which is represented by these tests that are in red: Mann-Whitney test, Wilcoxon test, Kruskal-Wallis test, and Friedman test are non-parametric analysis tests, simply because the data is not normally distributed. For when we have normal distributed data, we conduct a parametric test or parametric tests, which are independent sample t-test, paired sample test, one-way ANOVA, and repeated measure ANOVA. Thank you very much for listening to this class. I really wish to request all of you to subscribe to my YouTube channels so that you can be able to promote my classes. Thank you very much. Until we meet again, bye.